go through this dance. I don't even know if you guys can see me. Okay, I am live. I can't tell. Yeah. All right. I need to know if you can hear me. I need to know if you can hear me. Can you hear me talk? I'm doing fine, but I need to know if you can hear me talk or not. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me talk? Okay, you guys can hear me. Hello, Madonna, Kelly, Tony. Hold on for a second because I got to get things kind of straight here. I guess it's all right. I'm using my iPhone and I have to do some adjusting here. My EpiFan is not working with YouTube for some odd reason. So, yeah, I guess as long as you guys can see it. Now, I can see me on my monitor, but it's got a slight delay, so I don't want to put my head in the way. Um, anyway, we'll get on with it. It's all good, Madonna. I can understand you. I know what you meant. What else? When stuff is off kilter, I'm a little thrown off for a second. Anyway, yesterday I was doing this, explained all of this. Okay, this is a different camera, different angle, viewpoint. I know you guys can see a little bit of my head, which is cool. I can zoom in and zoom out whenever I need to. Um, okay, this will be finished today. This is odd doing this with the iPhone. Okay, it's got that goofy looking thumbnail up there. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change later, but we're gonna get right on to this. Uh, oh, there she is. Hello, Maria. Hello, Dorothy. How are you? But we're gonna knock this right out today. I, for those of you who were here, I took a lot of time with the clouds and such because I knew that this is gonna be the longest segment, more or less. What it is going to be the three-headed dragon from the Godzilla movie, Ghidorah. Um, Ghidorah is actually on a volcano. Volcano spreads out, then you got land or whatnot. Um, it's a city in Peru somewhere. Okay. There's a like a cliff or a mountain, and there's a cross right here. But the creature is here in the center part somewhat, with its wings extended. Okay, and it's got storm and lightning and all sorts of stuff going on. And it's really a spectacular image. A lot of this down here will be obscured and buried or whatnot, but I did all of it because whatever's left down here, I'm gonna incorporate obviously into the volcano, into the creature itself. Because if you do something like this, you gotta include it also into all of this smoke and fire and all of that. Okay, and I'll show you how to do all of that. All right. I'm just gonna reach up here and get this out of here. So, like I said, I'm looking at you from the monitor. Okay, I'm looking back at the phone. I'm not too much in the way. Like say, if I want needed to zoom in, I will zoom in. All right. So we're gonna get this going right here and right now. Please pardon my head. Like I say, different setup, different angle, different phone or camera. Using the camera from the iPhone. I particularly kind of like the iPhone. Um, I don't know how long we'll last here on the YouTube since it's acting kind of funny, but we're gonna try it out. Okay. I suppose I can bring this in a little bit, so pardon my fingers. I'm gonna just give it a quick little zoom, just like so. All right. If I have to adjust it, I can just adjust it to wherever I need it to be as soon as I loosen it just a little bit. I have to be kind of mindful of how I loosen this on the tripod here. I think we're somewhat okay with maybe maybe I come down a little bit because I got to work on the mountain or yeah on the volcano and stuff. So we'll keep it like here. Okay, hello Swana, how are you? I'm working off of the iPhone. My cameras and that unit seems to be acting a little wonky, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with it and why YouTube has um, stopped broadcasting with it. I can do Facebook fine, but it's YouTube is giving me the issue, and it happened last night. So, hello, Rosemary. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but that's okay. That's why you don't see the second screen on the bottom where it displays the paints, obviously. All right. So I might have to do a little bit of playing around with this tomorrow with the unit, and if I cameras, either one can film with two cameras, so I'll have to see what's going on with it. And if that's the case, I might have to bust out the laptop, hook it to the laptop, and do it from there, and put the laptop where the monitor is. But that's all technical stuff for me to deal with tomorrow. So let's finish off what we got here today. Um, I do have the typical colors from yesterday. I got Grumbacher red, I got burnt um, cat yellow or lemon yellow. I think it's cat yellow, titanium white, and black. All right. And like I say, we're gonna incorporate all of when I do the volcano or whatnot, put the creature on the volcano. We'll incorporate all of this into the volcano itself. All right, and there is going to be some foreground objects right in here. All right, so we're going to get it all started and on the way here. All right, so I'm dipping into. Oh, for those of you who are new and didn't see everything that was being done yesterday, okay, this is a 16 by 20 canvas board, right? And it's dry. Um, the majority of it is dry. We got a couple of damp spots, but that's okay. All the rest is dry. And what I'm going to do is no glycerin this time, because I want this. Some of the, when I put the volcano in and stuff like that, we're still working from the back to the front. We're and whatnot, and the foreground. I'm going to work with water with this at first because water, besides rubbing alcohol, is the quickest to dry when you're using the paint. All right. So I'm going to pick a brush that has a little more of a stiff bristle to it. I'm trying to find it here. I know I have it. And if I can't find it, then I use this one over here. I'm reaching over here too. I got a couple of oh, there it is. Never mind, I found it. I'm looking right at it here. No, this is not it. This is too small. The bristles are too long. I need a short bristle. Something like, I'm so used to showing this to the other camera, but something like this guy right here. All right, and we're gonna um, put the volcano. The volcano probably be down here, and it spreads out. Okay, spreads out like that. All right, we're gonna fade it just like you would fade any other mountain. Because remember, the creature will more or less be in this glow. All right. So before I do anything, let me kind of freshen up that glow. I'm gonna intensify that glow just a wee. Oh, where is my yellow ochre? Need some yellow ochre. Hold on. Need a little bit of yellow ochre. I'll put the yellow ochre down here right beside the black. I really wish you guys can see the other monitor, but it's just not meant to be as of right now. Okay, what I'm going to do, once again, I'm going to intensify the center area. All right, and so I'm going into my yellow, a little touch of the titanium white, and a small bit of the yellow ochre. Okay, because I just want to darken that bright yellow just for a second. And basically, what I want to do up in here, no medium, I'm just going to intensify all of this just for a slight second. And I'll fill it all in, but I'm tapping it just to get that softness around the edge of this. And then I can scrumble the rest, which is kind of no big deal. Just like this, all right? Now I will incorporate all of this brightness into the rest of this painting. But I do have to intensify it just a wee bit. I'm gonna wipe off. I'm not gonna dry it with or wet it with any water. I'm gonna use the same dry brush. Okay, use the side of the brush. I'm gonna pat a lot of this down. This pats right into the color itself. Now remember, the creature is in this, all this shiny stuff. Okay, so you'll see bits of the shine coming from the outside, radiating outward. Okay. So as long as I got this intense, all this in here, that's fine. As you can see, a nice soft blend on the outside. Even with my dry brush, I can go back and forth because the paint is still moving around. All right, but you gotta do it rather quickly. If not, it will dry on you because I'm using nothing but paint, no water, no glycerin, no nothing. So take advantage of what you can do with your medium while it's still somewhat wet. Okay, see, I'm have to look. I'm so used to looking at my big monitor, I gotta look up at the totally insane. Insane. How are you? I'm so used to looking at the monitor. Okay, so we got a little bit of that going on right now. But check this out. While am still able to do this, and I'm thinking about it rather. Okay, I did like Ian's approach with the sun rays. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dirty up a ruler here. He uses paper of some sort. The center, everything has a center mass centers right there. Okay, so I will take yonder ruler, still a dry paint, no more no less than a dry paint. You see the ruler here. As a matter of fact, you only see part of it. So let me zoom back just a second. Okay, you guys able to see that now. Same amount of paint. Okay, I'm gonna just take it very lightly. Get a sunburst going out there like that. Very light paint. I'm gonna turn it around here. Continue it just like that. A little bit of the paint, very light, dry brush, right from its center, just like so. All right. So we got one going there. Here's the center right here. Oh, yep. I got it right on the center right here. Get some more of the paint. Just a quick little dry brush thing here. Right from the center, very lightly. I'll go give it a couple, and I'll come right out here with it. A little stronger this way, just like that. Get some more of the paint, very dry brushy, just like that. It goes behind this cloud and out toward here, like so. And I just rub off whatever I think might be a little too strong, but it's something like that. I'm getting a little more of the yellow, a little touch of the white, just a little bit of it, a little touch of the cad or the yellow ochre. Still want to darken it a little bit, and I want mine to be almost seen but not seen type of deal. Okay, let's go over here. I still see where the dot is. Can you guys still see it? Yes, you can. Turn this over. It's still a dry brush type of deal here, right in here. So maybe it'll start from here on straight outward. A couple of really light strokes right off the page there. As I'm looking at it, maybe a little strong rim ray right there, very lightly, using the side of the brush, like so. Now you see how that those glows are starting to really make this thing pop and come alive a wee bit. Okay, I'm gonna put one coming out toward this way. Still gotta where the center point is. I want it here. Okay, I'm getting a little more paint using the side of the brush. Okay, I have it right here. It's coming out this way like this. It don't even have to be a perfect um line. It can somewhat half connect if the shine is bursting through some parts of the clouds and it's overshadowing other parts. Okay, we got one right here just coming down this way. It might not even be seen in the final look of it, but I'm gonna get it there, and then we'll worry about everything else. I'll do it at an angle like this, very lightly, come that way. Don't need too much. Just like that, and leave it be. Boom, you got one coming out that way. All right. I'm looking. I might put a little something down here. And like I said, I don't have to connect it from the center. It can just come straight out of nowhere from the bottom here. Can you guys still? Yep, you guys can still see me here doing it at the bottom. And whatever I don't like, I can just pat that away. That's no big deal there. I'm going to continue it right on toward the edge here. The only way I can get away with doing a lot of what I'm doing right now is because the paint is dry. And I'm using the side of the brush. I'm not connecting everything doesn't have to be connected to the center mask there. And I get a nice little line right there, like that. Just like this. Alright. I don't need too many rays or anything. Like I say, some of this will be obscured by other objects. But I want to get them in right now while I can. Even though it looks kind of crazy, it's still radiating in a constant circle. Okay, and yeah, they're somewhat the same size, but believe me, when it's all said and done, you're not going to really concern yourself that they're all the same size because there'll be other things happening in here. I just want them represented right now. See if I can scrape up a little more of this color because you don't need too much. I have one a little bit lean. I'll have it come from here. Go straight on up. Like that. A little more color. Just getting a little more yellow, a little more white, a little touch of yellow ochre. Put it in there. Very lightly, I'm doing this. I'll keep doing it until I get something I'm satisfied with. Yes, I do cough a lot when I start talking a little louder. More of an annoyance than anything else. Certain spots need a little more brightness, like maybe right up in here, like that. Okay, I think I've just about maybe did all I want to do with this so far. Maybe. I'm gonna brighten this one up here. When I talk about brightening it up, I'll just add a little more white and yellow to it. Still the side of the brush here. Very, very, very light. Just because I just want it seen in certain spots there. Like that. Okay, I really don't think I need to add any more to this. I think I've gotten what I really need to get. Because remember, the volcano's coming through, so I'll add some of these a little bit later, depending on where the volcano is going to be. presented, but we're going to work on the volcano right now. Everything else is not going to really take as long. The longest part of this painting is really the cloud. Maybe the creature with its wings. Um, it may take a little while, but I don't think so. Because the creature, the volcano, and stuff like that are backlit because of the shine back here. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna mess. Even though I got all this light stuff, I'm gonna mess with the sienna or the umber rather. This umber and get a little bit of red, and I'm gonna put the red in with this dark brown. All right. Everything in this picture will be more or less color matched with everything else. I even took a little black into this umber and with the red. All right. Everything will be incorporated into the painting when it's all said and done. Okay, I'm putting this on dry also. Now remember, I got to think of where I have to think of where the creature is. All right. So the volcano will be a little bit below. So volcano will be here. Looking craggy, looking like this, and maybe give it a little outcrop right there, and give it a little touch up like that, and it will look like a volcano. Come on down. I'm just sketching it out, the mountain wise, and it spreads itself out like so. I'm just getting some more of that darkish color. I'm gonna do it more on the other side. I'm just getting the outside of the volcano here, and it comes much like this. A lot of it will be faded out and whatnot. Then it gets pretty solid. I'm gonna get a whole lot of this umber, a lot of this red, put it in there, get some black. We're gonna color this guy in. Now, if I need to loosen the paint just a little bit, I'll use the smallest amount of water, no glycerin, all water, because I want this stuff to dry. Okay, and we just paint her in solid. If I have to go over it again, I will. But it needs to be solid color. The rest of the painting, like I say, won't take too long, and things will be incorporated into the mountain here. The mountain will stay this reddish dark color. Okay, this will be faded and covered and whatnot. And don't worry about the clouds down on the bottom. Whatever's left will be added a little bit later. The mountain's got to come down, spread out a little bit. There will be all sorts of clouds and stuff going on with this guy. And remember, I'm doing this dry. It's wet on dry. Okay, so when it comes down here to all this, I'll just lightly rub it and fade it and whatnot. It will all make sense to you. There's always a disturbing, ugly stage to doing these things, and this is it. Okay, so don't worry about it. I know you looking at this, I spent so much time on doing the cloud smoke deal and whatnot. He's covering it all up. Well, it's the background. Um, expect some of this stuff to get covered up. Expect some of it to be kind of kind of weird, or it all adds in the total look of the painting. Okay, and you notice I don't have it perfectly centered. It really won't need to be. The creature will be off centered. Everything will even out. I gotta place the creature in a way where some of this glow will still shine through and all that good stuff. All right, but this is pretty much the general color I want the mountain. I want to keep some of these little streaks in here. Matter of fact, I'll lighten up some of this guy. Get some light patches in there. Like that. All right, I think we're still alive. Yeah, we're still going good here. All right, like I say, the rest of this isn't going to be too terribly long. All right, but this mountain is more or less backlit, but um, not totally black. we will add texture and whatnot to this guy. Okay. And I'm still looking at it, make sure I got a right amount of fade and everything. Everything's really fine with the mountain. All right. If anybody got any questions, any statements, any comments, go for what you know. And do me a favor and click that thumbs up button, please. I would really like that. Let's go up this way like that. And we can zoom in just a little bit on the volcano here. Since this is what we're concentrating on, so we give it a little zoom right there. All right. Okay. This is more or less a fun. Sometimes I do things that I really enjoy. I haven't done them in a while. I'm gonna do the shaded parts of the volcano. I'm adding black to the color that I already pre-mixed. All right. I'm using a smaller palette knife. Um, as I was saying, some paintings I really want to do. I love to do. They're of my interest and whatnot. And big old oversized lizard monsters are one of them. I really enjoy them. I enjoy them in my youth. I enjoy them in my not so youth. It's just everybody got something that they really are passionate about and they like. And I guess this was one of them. It's like major escapism or whatnot. I'm just lucky to be around that they made a big live action movie with the photorealistic CGI and everything. They really put a lot of money into those movies, and they do look good. All right. Oh no, I know that there's not a lot of people who are really fans of giant mutated monsters. I understand that. You know, a lot of people are surprised that I paint roses and hydrangeas and stuff. But everybody got something that they really enjoy. Okay, I did zoom in on the mountain. I got paint on the brush. I gotta put it there. You guys see some of that. See that texture right there? There it is. The light from the back window catches it. All that texture there. All right, and I'm just gonna take it. This is the fun part for me. I really enjoy doing this. Now remember, this whole thing is backlit, so I can have kind of free reign doing this. But what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna tap, little half tap and drag, right? Um, Doing it this way is omnidirectional. You can kind of shape it and do whatever you really would like to do with it. But a volcano has those streaks in it. It goes downward. So we're gonna take it just like this, just like that, and we're gonna follow that all the way down. Do it until there's no more paint on the brush. I'm taking the dark. This is just the dark part of the mountain, little crevices and all that, and we're gonna just continue on. We'll tap. We're gonna tap, drag, just like that. All right. The palette knife. Now this takes a little more paint because you gotta get those little stalactite looking deals going on with this to get those going. Okay. And it's a very, like I say, it's a very light touch. And we're gonna come over here and we're gonna do the same thing. Just a little light, light touch. You can go pretty much in any direction, but I'm going downward. As you see, it's gonna make a little trail downward. And it's just me tapping the paint off the brush. It's gonna the paint before it is gonna collect. Like Rob Ross said, it's gonna collect what it needs. It's gonna give you the rest. And I'm just tapping and I'm just going downward, just like so. And this is like I say, the dark part. You can get some of this um, kind of connecting on with the other dark parts and whatever. Some of this will be on the bottom will be faded, and I'll show you how to do that. But we're gonna really have this guy kind of come alive, and then we're gonna add the highlights and all of that fun stuff to this. There'll be shades and bits of really bright red. It will signify lava, all of that. I know I'm talking and like a lot of detail. It sounds like a lot of detail. It is, but executing it won't be as time consuming as me trying to explain it. Okay. And that's just all I'm doing. I'm just gathering the color. I know it may look black, but it's got brown in it. It's got a little bits of red, and it's got the same mountain. It's just mountain color with black added to it. I'm getting the rest of the mountain color. Since you guys can't see it, I might as well describe it. Getting a little touch of black here. I'm tapping. I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna cover the whole mountain like this because, like I said, the whole, well, most of it's backlit like that. And we're gonna continue right on in here by the rim here. I think I got a little bit left. Nope, not much. It does take a lot of tapping. I've got a smaller palette knife. It's just easier to control and to guide this thing. And it's a tap. It's just me tapping and dragging. I'm gonna get some more. I need to get plenty more here. There's a little bit of black, a little bit of the umber here, and some cad red or cad red. It's just burnt rocker red. I'm putting it all together. I got a nice little mound of it here. And what I got left when this is said and done, I can use this for when I put yellow and white to it. I can just add just a little too brown. Just get a little more black here, darken it up. I can use it, put white to it, and give it a little highlights. But it'd probably be white and red. Because if I add white to this, it's going to turn a weird gray. All right, because of the black mix that's in it. And once again, little tap like this, and I'm going down. But I'm going down, but I'm going in this direction now. Even though it's all choppy, you still got to follow the grain of the mountain. Okay. Remember, it is a volcano. And volcano, even they got these little ridges, but everything's going downward. I know you guys can see it. And it curves outward. All right. And we're going to keep curving it outward. Like so. Just like that. We're going to come toward the center here. Center more or less just goes straight down. You can actually curve it and make a little gully like this. It's like um, doing the letter U. Doesn't necessarily have to connect, but you're going in that direction of the letter U like this. Bring some of that down like that. We're going to darken up that center spot a wee bit, right up in here. Okay. Remember, we're going to add lava to this. We're going to add lighter brown to this in certain areas. All right. Oh, Kelly, how did you lose the earpiece, dear? Right down here. Trail some of that. Remember, this is still no glycerin or anything like that added. Get some of that color off there like that. Bring that downward. We're gonna bring some of that down over here. I think you guys can still see me do this. There's no glycerin. This is wet on dry right now because I wanted to. When I get the fading this stuff in, when I get the fading it in, and it will because the paint's a little thicker. Okay, let's get a little bit of little touch of the yellow, a little bit of red. I'm adding orange to that dark mix. Okay. The reason why I'm adding orange to the dark mix is just to lighten it up, lighten the dark mix up a little bit. I'm gonna add the slightest touch of titanium white to it just to brighten it up. It's gonna gray it out a little bit. Okay. Now it might look a little intense or too bright, and remember this stuff will dry flat. And when you do the highlights, no matter what you're doing, it doesn't have to be a volcano, whatever, a mountain, stream, field, dirt road, whatever. This is the tech. I'm just showing you right now the technique. The technique that I'm using doesn't necessarily mean you have to add it to a volcano. I'm just happen to paint a volcano. You can use the same technique, like I said, on a dirt road, I don't know, a hill, anything, sidewalk, whatever you want. Okay. Now, for the maybe the little bit of the edge here. You don't need too much. Remember, this thing is backlit. So we'll add. Look at this. Look. Let the paint take off what it wants. Look how cool this is. All right. Let it take off what it wants. Okay, just like that. It's a weird warm gray that's happening with it. Okay, we'll put a couple of little tips right here around just around the rim of the volcano, just like this. Only a few touches just around the rim of the volcano, right here. And then we're gonna bring some of that weird brightness right down here. Little couple taps, like that, and bring it right on down, right on the edge there, just like so. You don't need it all over the place. All right, just in certain spots. Maybe you got some height points. Um, like some of the ridges are catching some of it like that. Maybe a couple in here, or a little something down there. Not much. Maybe in here. It just kind of hit and miss. But that's about all I'm gonna do with that. To be honest with you. Okay. Like I say, it's in there, but it does not have to be totally jet black. I'll take the 2-inch fella here, and what we're gonna do is we'll just tap, kind of cloud up some of this up in here. It's just me tapping, fading some of that out because the paint's still somewhat wet. All right, just like that, and bring it down. Same concept as you were doing one of the Bob Ross mountains or whatnot. This is wet on dry, so I'm trying to take advantage of it being tacky and all of that. I will take it and I'll lightly go up. I'm not really concerned about the clouds on the bottom right now. Um, those will be, taken care of or whatever a little bit later. So just like that, I'll just lightly, just wet on dry, remember. And I'm just fading it into, just like that. All up, stir it and everything. There'll be smoke and stuff happening all up in there. Okay, I'm gonna rinse off this brush real quick. Like I say, the mountains and all the other stuff will not take as long as you would think. I think the second thing that will take probably a little bit of time will be the creature itself. Okay, all the rest, not so much. All right, so we got a little bit of that happening. Okay, let's take a larger knife. Oh, not this one. I'll take this guy, the old Bob Ross special here. Okay, we're gonna aim this down below a little bit more. Something like that. You guys should be able to see everything here. I hope the camera's clear enough. It looks like it is, somewhat. We're gonna get, I know you guys are staring at this stuff down here. Don't worry about it. We'll add that when it needed. But we're gonna continue some of this. It'd be like a little bit of land mass or something going on over here. Pretty much somewhat the same color. So I'm going back into my, I'm using the color that I use to lighten up stuff. I just want to get a little bit of the land going here. The land is also obviously kind of the same color as the volcano, more or less. I'm adding a little black to this gray. I'm not going to totally marble it. Okay, everything's still within the same color line, more or less. All right, just using the palette knife here. And what I'm going to do is just add a few bits of, just a little bit of land right up in here. The reason why I'm using the palette knife, okay, it's gonna add a little bit of texture to it, and I'm gonna let it kind of bead and clump up and gather a little bit, maybe up around here. Do something like that, and just bring it on down like this. All right, I'll have some of it go a little bit higher up here, just like that. Cover. Don't worry about the clouds being covered. Remember, yesterday this whole thing was going to be covered with clouds, and I'm not really overly concerned with that. I'm getting some more of the brown, getting some more of the black, getting some more of the red. I'm not totally marbling everything. I think I added a little bit of white from the previous color, so I need to add a little bit of that, and it's going to gray it a little, and that's okay. There, and we'll bring some of that up and around. That makes it a little bit lighter, and that's okay. That's already too. Because if I need to darken it, I just add a little more black, just like that. Bring it, scoop it right on around. I did like that glow, but the glow's not necessary, so the glow goes bye bye, and I don't feel no way about it. All right, right down to the very edge here. I think you guys can see me do this. And right down here, it's gonna collect off of what I previously done. I just really want to get a little scoop of this stuff right up in here. All right, and we're gonna come back down this way. Come right back down this way. Spread it on out. I'm not concerned about the sun rays going bye-bye. That's okay. So let's go scoop off color here. Make some of that disappear. We're gonna drag some of this toward this way. A lot of this is gonna not be present because of the impending. I'm gonna get a little bit of black. The impending cliff that's gonna be in front of some of this. No glycerin, no water, none of that. So I'm just darkening up some of this, just like that. Going as flat as I can. All right. So some of this will be darkened a little bit. Bringing it around like that. And remember, if it looks too glittery, this stuff will flatten out. So I'm just adding some. You need to paint the break. Okay. So don't worry about it looking a little too bluish or whatnot. A lot of this is going to be faded. A lot of this will be patted down. Okay. A lot of it will be covered. And we're going to have smoke and mist and all that stuff happening with this. All right. All right. Switch my hand. We're going to go up into the mountain a little bit here. I'm just dragging some up into the direction of the mountain a little. Remember, we're going to have smoke and stuff covering up the mountain a little bit too. Yeah. Not too much of it. I'll bring some of that back around. Right up in here. Just like that. Wiping off the brush here. Let's get this guy. This fella right here. And we'll softly just tap some of that texture in. It's just softening it a little bit, just a little. We'll bring some of that up into the mountain a little bit, just like that. Okay. Wipe it off a little. I'll soften some of this down in here. Remember, there's no glycerin, so I'm just bringing some of that in. I want lightly bring the circular movements. It just softens up the stuff. I'm dragging it into the volcano a little bit, just like that. Bring it. I'm just dragging some of that color up and into the volcano. The paint is tacky, okay, because it's drying. And I'm using all of that to my advantage, like that. Bring it up into the mountain, like so. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm thinking here what else I need to do. Let's incorporate. I'm using a fan brush. All right. Let's incorporate some mist and whatnot into this. The mist and all of that will be a different color. I'm going to use black. I'm going to use white. Now the black I got is a lamp black. It turns kind of like a weird blue. Okay, so I'm going to need to put a little bit of this umber in here to gray that out. Okay, so I'm actually using brown to gray out this lamp. Lamp black is a different type of black. When you add white to it, it turns this kind of slate gray type of color. I'm just adding a little more white. Now I got this weird looking funky happening with it, but it is a kind of a smoky gray. Now I will add a little glycerin to this, just a drop of glycerin because I need it to kind of um, move around, give the appearance of smoke or dust and dirt and all that good stuff. So we're still down here. All right. And now we're going to just take it right from here. And I'm just going to, I know this is looking to look crazy for you, probably a little uncomfortable, but it's the same premise like I did the clouds, just like this. I know it looks weird. Don't look right. Looks like I don't know what on earth I'm doing. I know. It's okay. I promise. I promise it'll all turn out all right. Okay, so we got these weird, funky patterns going on with this. And you take your brush, it's your little makeup blender brushy thing, and watch. Just stir it around. See this? I'm not going to get rid of all of the total patterns, but you just wisp it around a little bit. Okay, now there's glycerin inside of this paint, so it's able to move around. Even though I didn't put glycerin on the surface of the board, it's not needed. I just need this to move around a little bit, just like that. You're gonna get all sorts of tones and shadows and shades and whatnot through all of this. So you're figuring, well, why did you cover the bottom of the volcano with the ground? Because you're gonna see all that ground once this stuff starts to dry. Now, because I put the glycerin in the paint and not on the canvas, it's still gonna dry a little faster than normal. Okay. Now, what can I do with what I just done here? Not that I kind of obscured. I can add a little more titanium white. Remember, titanium white is very opaque. Once you get used to it, you know the properties of some of these things. It works to your advantage. I'm gonna get a little yellow and add it to that white. Okay, and maybe a slight touch of red, orange it up a little bit, but it's still gonna represent little sun highlights type of deal. I'm gonna get a little bit of medium and put it right into this mix because um, you still want it to move around. Hey, Chrissy, how are you, dear? Okay, we do pop on a little highlights, especially all up around here on the side, all up in here. Come down here a little bit. A lot of this might be, like I say, covered, so will do it on the sides. I know this part is gonna definitely be covered, but we're gonna kind of freak it out a little bit while we're here. Not in the center as much, but over here on the side, just like that. Okay, get the same flat brush. We're gonna with a little bit of this. It's not an over. Don't want to over blend. Just like that. Come on down here a little bit. Up around here. I don't want to get rid of everything. Just like that. Switch around over here. I don't know how much I'm looking at. I got, like I say, I got a little delay on my camera, but I don't want to totally get rid of all that bright, foggy stuff. I'm just gonna move it around a little. I can bend and twist some of this paint. Also, my cat's freaking out, running all over the place, doing her make pretend I'm a predator thing. I think she's seen too many of those Animal Channel um, shows, and the dog's attacking his food dish. All right, just like that. So we got a little bit of debris happening here, a little smoke and all of that. All right, we'll get a little touch of yellow, a little touch of white, right on the fan brush, right on the corner. Just a little touch. like I say, a lot of this, I feel bad because I know a lot of this is going to get covered up. So I'm approaching this like you would approach the clouds. Get some offhand stuff over there, and I'll just tap a little bit, tap a little fluff here, tap, tap, fluff it up, just like that. Just blend it very softly. Just blend it in really. Let's go up this way with it there. You can be a little more forthcoming with your, because remember there's no glycerin on the bottom besides the little bit of paint, and that's not gonna really amount too much because it dries. I got the glycerin on the paint in the paint itself, not on the board, so it can be maneuvered around just a little bit, just like that. I'll soften up some of those. Just you see different types of texture and stuff happening. This is not going to matter. A lot of this is going to be covered, but we need this atmosphere in the front. Okay. All right. Let's get some red and some very bright white. This is going to be kind of gaudy on purpose. And I'm going to get not a script liner. No, it's not a script liner. It is a brush. You guys, yeah, here it is. This guy here. All right. Well, that's good. Chris, or Chris, Bruce did a painting, but he was like really early, so I didn't get to catch all of it. But he was early, pretty early. I'm getting a little yellow. I'm getting yellow, white, and this red. I am not using glycerin for this part. I will just use a little bit of water to get it to somewhat an inky consistency, but it has to be fairly. It's a weird. It's like you got to get it to an inky consistency, but not too watered down. But it's got to stick to this stuff. Thin paint will stick to it. Okay, but it has to be kind of a brightish red. All right, you guys. Can you see that? No, you cannot. Let me lift you up a little bit. This is a different. There we go. I will. Whoops. I knew I had it too loose. There. Tighten it up a little. Right here. And just zoom in on that a little bit. Like that. I think you guys should be able to get monitor. Hold on. Well, I'm gonna let it do what it's doing. Yeah, you guys can still see it. Okay. Well, I know you guys are looking at it real time. And we're gonna play around with all these little crevices and cracks. Boom. Just like that. It's gotta be pretty bright. I'm gonna get a lot of paint. But it's gotta be seen. Just like that. Skip over some. It's like almost like you're painting blood. Morbid, I know, but you get the idea. We have it joining here. Like little globs coming down. Get some more white. I gotta brighten it up. Get a little bit of yellow. Get a little bit of red. Water. Must have water. So I need quite a bit of this on my brush. And a delicate touch. And we're gonna bring the old blood lava straight down like that. Come on around. It curves. Come on down this way. Don't want to rush your lava. Come down. Come on this way. You got some peeking down here. Come on in here. You can get some of that brightness coming down there. All sorts of stuff. We get some snaking up here. Comes down around here. Like so. I'll pull back some of this stuff and you'll see. Come down here, get a little bit of that brightness up in there. All up around the rim in here. I think you guys can see it, yes. And we come down. It joins there, the old glob right there. Get a nice little pool of it there. And it just snakes around in here. Gets on just getting more. You need plenty. I got it thick enough to where it runs like it's doing, but not so thin that once it dries, it disappears. that's kind of defeating the purpose. Come down in here, lava, like that. We'll pull some up on the top some more. They have some come down here. A little trickle come down, around, come in, it pulls there, it stops. Alright, we're gonna keep this going, comes down, disappears behind that, but it reappears here. Down there like so. Getting some more paint. Alright, it has to be this bright. We know it's lava. Come down. Get some more. Bring it down. Have it collect. Pull here. Kind of collect down there. Alright. And we have some. It's starting to tack up. Which basically, in a way, is a good thing. Because I'm just getting a little more water. Because that means it's drying fairly quickly. I kind of want it like that. All up in there like this. We'll pull some here like that. Get a nice glob of it there. And it all rolls downhill, all down in there. We got some coming down in there like that. I'll get some up in here, pulling, and then I'll just take my finger and kind of make it disappear in there. Disappear off the bottom. Let's put some of that down here too. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Some down here. I'm just taking my finger. I'm just putting it, fading some of that away. Come down here and do some down here. Let it disappear in the smoke like that. Okay. Maybe one up in here like this. Make it disappear in the smoke. Don't totally take it all away. All right. Can you guys see that? See all that happening down in there? All them details? All right. Okay. Put a little peak of something up in there like this. I'm just taking the side of the brush. I'm going to roll some right up in here. Right in the corner. All right. I think you guys can see that, right? You see, yep. Right up there in the corner. Bring it all in there. Okay. Put some of the mist in there. Doesn't have to be glowing. But it's in there. All right. Okay. We'll accent some a little bit right down the side in here. Right here. And we'll have it pull a little bit up in there too, like that. Alrighty then. We'll pull this back and you'll see what I'm aiming for here. Connect right there. Okay. So let's pull back a little. Forgive my fingers. You get to see the whole thing so far. Let's aim this upward. All right, this is what we got so far, guys. All right. No doubt, you saw smoke, clouds, stuff, volcano. You can tell it's a busted up, bleeding volcano here. Um, got some of the lava coming down in between the smoke. Okay, smoke's obscuring some of the land and everything. You can still see some of the patterns of the clouds in there. So you're playing with all the shades and the tints and the tones and all of that. A lot of this is done, as you can see, wet on dry. Okay. All right. Alrighty then. Let's get. I really don't want to get too detailed, but as you do your painting, you start to see things. Okay. So let's zoom back in a bit. If you guys can, please press that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It would just make my little day. Let's get a tiny. I use one of these guys. It's a little tiny. Call it a little piece of a brush here, a little flat, probably a quarter-inch wide or something. Let's get a little bit of the yellow. This is like the cad yellow or something like that. A little titanium white, a little bit. And I don't really want to go red, so I'll go yellow ochre. Get a little more titanium white. I don't want to go red, not yet. Now, when I do this, like I say, a lot of this is going to be covered or hidden. Okay, but you see where the brightness is originating from. You see where your sun rays are. Okay. And so I'm just scrumbling some bright patches in here. Just like that. Just like that. Little haphazard stuff. What I'm gonna do, I'm doing it crazy types of shapes, but I'm making the bottoms disappear. So let's say I do a crazy shape here, like that. But you the bottom edge, the back of it there, rub it all away. All right, we come up in here, we add a few of them in here. Okay, just little cute detaily like highlights of smoke and whatnot, and you just scumble the bottom away. Okay, I don't know how powerful this mic is, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty strong, and you can hear the dog siphoning away his water out of his bowl. Just like this. I'm only going to add this on certain parts where I know that the rays are going to hit, like over here. Come over on this side. You guys should be able to see it. Over, all in here, just like this. The rays, like, is catching all in here. Get rid of the back end. Okay. I'm just dry brushing whatever little bit of color I got left. This is another reason why I don't add the glycerin, because glycerin is just make the stuff slide all over. But right now, and I'm on a canvas, I'm just getting some more yellow ochre. I'm getting a little more titanium white on this small little bit baby brush here. It's not even a baby brush. I think it's even smaller than that. And I'm just going to highlight some more of this, just like that. If you want, take your finger and rub some of that away. Make it disappear there. Just get a nice little circular mound right up in here. Just like that, and have it come around in here. Just like that, and fade the bottom away. Just bring a nice little trail of something here. Let's get some paint. Put that paint in there, like that. And then away it goes. Fade it right away. Just like that. Turn the brush over, I got a little color there. Okay. I think so far we've been at this maybe an hour. The volcano's in, the lava's in, a little bit of this smoke and stuff is in here, like so. Smooth some of that out. Smooth some of this out, just like that. Smooth a little bit of that out. Scramble some of that, just like that. Smooth some of that out there. Remember, this stuff is still pliable, still wet. Just scrambling in some more debris and mist, all that. Put some up around in here. This is also another way for me to clean the brush, just like that. So you got all sorts of stuff happening around in there. Okay, enough of that. Well, thank you, Laswana. Yep, it's 12 noon over here on the eastern side of the United States. Just heard the Fred Flintstone bell. All right, close enough of that. Thank you, Maria. Kelly, thank you. Trying to freeze. Well, thank you, Rosemary. Part three? No, this is part two. I hope I didn't type three in there. I tried to do a part two yesterday night, but I could say my Epic fan was acting up with as far as YouTube is concerned. So I don't know why it did what it did, but I will investigate. But just not now. I don't want to deal with it at this point in time. But I am going to. All the money I paid for that unit, trust me, I'm going to. Okay, so we got a lot of that um, taken care of. Okay, let's pull back. No, no, I think we're good enough here. I'm looking at the monitor. We got a lot of this taken care of. We got the sunburst. We got the clouds. This has now been in put into the painting. All right. Um, to be really honest with you, I don't have much further to go. Really, the creature. it's being plopped right here. Um, Let me add the foreground because the foreground is, besides the creature itself, the foreground is going to be the darkest. Excuse me, is really the darkest thing there. Okay, and I think I'm going to do that foreground because I'm just looking for I'm baby brush. Maybe I'll just use this black. Some brushes I got a little rough around the edges, and I keep them like this guy here. Um, this is actually on number 8. It used to be a round. I don't know what it is now. It's just number 8 pity brush, I guess. I'll sketch it in. I'm sketching again for you, not for me. Uh, yeah, because where the creature is going to be, what I'm going to put for the foreground, it really doesn't. It's not going to interact with the creature at all. Okay. So with that said, I'm dipping into my black, and this is like a lamp black or something. It's not really a true black, but it'll do for the day. Like I say, we're down. We're approximately, if I put a percentage at it, we're at like 96% done with this guy. Okay, more or less. Um, don't you guys go get religious on me here. This was actually in the movie a little bit. La, la, la. Can you guys see that? Yes, you guys can. Okay, fine. La, 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 la. I'm just sketching it out here. And since I got the small brush, I might as well just do it right now. La, 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 la. For those of you who would like to, now this is a lot to try, but like I said, I'm showing you a technique anyway. So, but if you're a little nervous doing anything that's got a lot of, let's say, right angles, like a cross, and you're not really confident if you can do a straight line. Um, there's the ruler, just like I did the sun rays. The sun rays, I'm used to not doing them with a ruler. I usually try to freehand them, or I do freehand them. But I do like the ruler concept. There was a really interesting idea. Of course, I didn't do it with the beach scene, but still, it's the technique. I've seen Ian do it a few times, so I decided to do it myself. I just did it with a ruler and stuff. You guys can't see it until I pan upward. All right, roughly sketched in the cross there. Okay, I might make the cross a little larger. Yes, I am, but a little bit later. And then we're gonna come down here, boom, 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 like that. Get the cross a little bit of there. I'm just really sketching it out, like I said, like that. Come straight down. It's really bumpy. I don't want it too smooth. Just like that. Come up around. Boom. Can you guys see that? Yes, you guys can. I'm just taking the brush, I'm just rolling it around. It makes its own little bumps and hills and whatnot. Just like I'll just take it and roll it, just like that. And I'll just level it out here. When I stop, you don't hear me say anything. I'm looking up. I'm looking up at the monitor here. All right, because I get a different look. Believe it or not. This black isn't the truest black, but that's okay. I am going to use it. I'm getting rid of the little baby brush right now. I'm going to thicken this cross. But there's an easier way to go about that. But I'm going to paint in the rest of the mountain here. I'm gonna use up this black because I got my regular black. So I'm just gonna darken this in. I will add maybe maybe I'll add details to this rock face down here. We'll see how it goes. And this is black that's kind of a bluey black. So this might work for what I intend to do with the hill, the cliff face here. We'll see as I'm doing this. And believe it or not, a lot of what I'm doing right now, the glycerin was really used in the beginning of this. I'm not really touching the glycerin right now, except for what I did the I think with the volcano, maybe a little bit of the smoke here. But I think that was all I really used it for. All the rest is just wet on dry, meaning that the paint obviously is wet, and the first I'm painting on is dry. Wet on dry. Okay, I have to dip into some more black. Hold on, I just used the rest of it. So I'm getting a little bit more. It's, Sweden is definitely in the Netherlands. Now she can tell you about some mountains, boy, because they really got some picturesque mountains there. She got real mountains. We got that make pretend stuff here. The mountains we have here compared to what she can experience out there. Our mountains look like the kind of mountains that need a little CGI help compared to hers. Who's that, Chrissy? That I didn't even have to look the name. I knew Chrissy said that comment. Yeah, her details are outstanding. Um, Man, those trees and the bushes, those leaves, incredible. Really incredible. Yeah, this is like a lamp black. This actually the black I'm using I got from Clive Five. You add white to this. It's really attractive, dark blue. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm playing with it. But anyway, let's straighten out some of that cross here. I'll use this larger brush. Okay, I'll just go take it and go straight down with it. I'll just widen out this cross just a little bit, very gently. Go right through. And I just want to widen it out a little touch, like that. Do the same thing on the other side here. I just want to make it a little larger. Get some more paint. So it really requires just a touch. I might extend it just a hair. Just like that. Just widen it a little bit. Come on, help me out here. There we go. Come on. Turn the brush over. Yep. Yep. There we go. I'm gently just widening the cross a little bit here. Bring it down. Boom, boom, boom. Bring it straight down. Smooth it out a little bit. I'll add some little highlights to this cross right on the edge. Not all over the place, just on one side. You'll see. I'll let it tack up a little bit. But like that. So let's pull this painting back. Let's see what we got so far. Okay. And let's take this guy so you guys can see what we have cooking here. Like I said, I have about 97% of this painting almost done. Now, okay, we have the foreground going on here. Okay. Um, we got a little mist, smoke stuff happening here. You got the volcano acting up here. You got the clouds surrounding it. Now you see little bits of the rays. The reason why my rays aren't going in perfect circles, one, you got all this stuff happening all around it. Okay, so it's only going to come out where it's going to come out at. And plus, you're not gonna really pay much attention until you see this thing that's gonna be covering up some of these clouds and everything. All right. Like I say, all of it will make sense. We're almost done. Okay. I think I am gonna add some stuff to this down here, and I'm gonna do it right now. Because once I get all of this done, I don't have to worry about it. Then I'll just concentrate on the creature, and then we'll be done, and everybody can go about their day. Okay, let us clean off this brush here. Now, as far as me working from the back to the front, I pretty much did that with the only exception of the main character, which will be put right there in the center. Okay, so as far as the, like I say, the background, mid-ground, foreground, that's pretty much done. Okay, and the reason why I put the foreground in is because it's not going to interfere with what I'm going to put in the center at all. Okay, so we're going to knock this part right out and be done with it. All right, but I do thank you guys for spending this much time with me. Well, thank you, Madonna. Oh, Swano, thank you very much. Thank you, Chrissy Canvas. Oh, Chrissy, that stag, magnificent. Good job. Maybe, maybe if I eat paint, I can paint as well as you. Okay, let's get a uh, let's get a little bit of man. I really wish you guys could see me mix this stuff. But like I say, we're gonna. I'll get to the bottom of why it's doing that. I'm just getting some titanium white on a palette knife right now. Okay. Oh, we'll start with the long edge first. I don't even know why I got this glycerin out here. I might as well put it away. I'm getting a very, very, very small amount on my blade. See if the light can catch it. Eh, I don't know if it can catch it or not, but it's right there. We'll come in and we'll come downward. Right over here, this guy. We'll concentrate on that dude. Hope it's in focus. Usually I can download this stuff and catch it on the instead of catching it on a replay. Now look at the direction of this guy. All right. So this is not going to be overly high. I'll highlight one side and it'll be this side here. I'll just give it a little touch. Boom, like that. Give it a little touch. Boom, like that. Let me wipe off some off that side there. Usually I would use the smaller part of the blade, but it's all right. You give it a little touch. Boom, just like that. And leave it alone. Stop. Don't bother it. Leave it be. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that off. I'm gonna use a smaller part of the knife, and I'm gonna come here anyway. Give it a nice gentle drag, just like that. Isn't that cool? A little bit down there, like that. Okay, and because I'm just a stickler for it, let's give him a little piece of love right there, and stop. That's it. How's that for an effect? Leave it be. You did your job. Good job. Leave it alone. Pull back. All right. Let's go here. Right like that. Okie dokie then. Now that's a little bit of the red, yellow, and the white. Not necessarily. I must have moved it here. There. Not necessarily. Oh crap! Right here too. Come on, do better than that. Give me a little love. There you go. All right. Not necessarily marble. Totally mixed. All right. It's marble. All right. I'll keep that there too. Okay. This mountain cliffy thing. We're gonna go a little different with this guy. I'm taking a little bit of that black. Remember all that gray I had? I had quite a bit of gray mixed here. Well, I'm I'm going to utilize that gray. I'm adding more black to this gray. It's kind of a weird bluey gray. But this darkness, we're going to use that. I'm just scraping it. Get a nice thin amount on my knife here. I want the I want the details to somewhat be there, but you're just gonna have it look extra long. So it's an extremely thin amount, very thin. So I think you guys are close enough to see the details more or less. All right. If not, I'll adjust it. But right in here, I'm just gonna take my knife, the old buy raw stuff, and just drag it along. Boom, just like that. Can you guys see that? Yes, you guys can. All right. This is very dark color. I'm not gonna cover everything, but very lightly turn it around, have a little fun, just like that. If you don't add the sound effects, it won't work. We're gonna come around here. Let's scoop it around like this, just like that. Leave it alone, and we'll drag this part down, like that. Okay, and I'm not going back to it. Once you do it, keep it moving, just like that. Come around, trying to get around it like that. Very thin. Let it break up and crumble. Join some of that there. Let's add a little edge there. Boom, like that. That's all it's need. That's that little bit. Keep it moving. Go down. And we'll scoop it in. We'll just like that way. And we'll do some more really light touch. And we'll come up, and we'll come down like a circle. Just like that. Make a game of it. Just be a silly, crazy if you want. Boom. Bring it down like that. This here, I'm gonna scrape that part off like that. I know it looks terrible, right? And I'm gonna redo it. It's all right. Fear not. I'm gonna just break it up a little bit like that. Reclaim some of that. There. So have no fret, have no fear. See how easy that was corrected. Go on the other side. We'll just give you a little something here. Right here. Just like that. We'll bring him down there like this. If you think it's too glaring, it won't. Remember, this stuff dries, and it dries flat. So give it time. Give it a little time. Up in here, boom, up like that. A bit of love in there. And plus, I'm getting rid of all of this dark mix anyway. Great way to get rid of paint. Make a mountain. Like that. All right. Okay. Now, I'm gonna use a tinier knife. If you really, really want to, it's up to you. Um, I'm kind of feeling maybe just a little bit. I'm going into that dual bright color. Be very careful. I still want this to be in the foreground. That's true. Who needs TV? You got a middle-aged black man making all sorts of cartoon sounds. I'm about 43 minutes going into the asylum. Be very careful adding your slight highlights. Now I'm not gonna really highlight everything here. Look at where your rays are. Okay. So maybe you can give it a little love right here. Little slight touch of bright in there. Not too much. Like that. Little pebble touches there. I'm looking at where my color is a little bit there. Give him a little something right up in there, that corner. Get rid of that though. Just like that. That's all the effect you need. Okay. We're definitely playing with less is more today. Okay. La 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 right here. Just a little bit and have to sneak across there. Maybe just drag it out here. Just a little bit. And we'll pop a little bit on that corner there. Okay. And just a little bit there. He gets this some snuck around back there like that. You can be so picky and choosy to where you want this stuff. These guys, maybe a little speck here and there like that. Not much, and a little something there. This is covered by the volcano. Uh, this one gets a little barely. This one's got fed a little more. Okay. Then now we can start to highlight some of these fellows in here like that. Very little, very sparse. Give him a little bit of a glow there. Okay, then we come back to brightening things up a little bit here. And give him a little curve. Whoops, curve around the corner like that. All right, no more. Leave it alone. That's fine. Leave it be. Don't touch. All right. I'm going to do something a little backwards here because, once again, painting with a song. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got to entertain the peoples. You stop playing. I know I'm a little ahead of myself right now, but this is how close we are to finishing this guy. Because all we have to add in basically is the guy. Now, once I put him in, I have to incorporate smoke and all that around him. All right. But I know this is a bold move. I'm going to put my signature on it already so I don't have to deal with it later on. Usually you put the signature on dead last, but we are really close to finishing this guy. And yes, this thing will be for sale for those who are interested in it. You know, even though this is a kind of a passion project here, I don't do too many of these anymore. I know my instructor has an October challenge. I might take that up there, but we'll see. My PayPal link will be in the description of this video, as well as the one preceding it, part one. And I got it on upper, the upper, the upper, get rid of that, the upper, the lower right hand side, not upper. Okay, signature's done. All right, we're gonna play with the creature itself now. All right, so we're definitely gonna have to pan back. But if you guys want to look at it totally one more time, there she is. So far. All right. Good, Kelly. Everybody knows the Facebook page. If you do want to try this, don't rush it. Most of your time is going to be taken with this stuff. All right. But you add it in stages. Um, Most of the glycerin or whatever will be used after you get your initial clouds in. When the details and all the fadey stuff comes after you let it dry, you do it all. But it's all in the first part. All the rest really is wet on dry. Okay. Even doing this stuff here, um, wet on dry. Don't have to add any strong details to the cross. You see, it's a cross. All right. You got little details or whatever in the little mountain textures or whatever. Okay. The next is this fellow, and we're gonna get her started. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's do it this way. Actually, what time is it? 12:25 here. Hmm. I know what I'll do. Hold on, guys. What I'm gonna do is it's gonna be a part three. I'm gonna take a break. All right, and then I'll come back and take and knock this right out. So I might lose a few of you, but I am doing it on this iPhone. And I want to check it and change the thumbnail, take a picture of this thing, and eat a little something, and then I'll come back. Because the last thing we got is the creature itself, and I might have to quickly sketch him out to get his proportions right, and then that's that. So let me come back. All right, and plus we all need a little break. So this is the perfect time because once I come back. I gotta cover up my paint. I don't want to wet. When you got paint like this, it's on the. You guys can't see it. This is the only thing that bugs me. You guys can't see it, but I'm just spraying water over the paint, get it wet, and I'm gonna take my. I'll show it to you. I'm gonna have to get in front of you guys anyway. So hold on. Excuse my head here. Come here. A little coffee lid deals. These guys, and I just put it right over my paint. Okay, and that's that. And it will definitely stay wet until I come back. So I got two of them here, and all I have to do really is just cover these guys. There, and I can cover. Yep, cover these. Cover this. We should be good. Put the little word thing there on top of them, and then that's that. All right, let me turn around to you guys here, and I think that's far enough. All right, you guys get to see my face today. Okay, guys. Well, here I am. Here's what we got so far. Okay. So I hope you like. Thumbs up me if you can. All right. I will be back. I'll be back in about, I don't know, it'll be less than an hour. I'll come back and it'll be part three. I got to go on the big computer, change the thumbnail around, take a picture of this thing. Hey, Pecan, how you doing? Pecan, I'm just about to sign off. I will be back. I'll be back probably in less than an hour to finish off King Ghidorah. All right. And that's the only thing I really have to do. We're at 98%, and then that's that. Ghidorah, the dragon will be backlit. Certain highlights that represent his head and teeth or whatnot. The wings are the big bad thing on this whole creature, so you get the scale right. And he's immense. He's monstrous. Um, and like I say, this thing will look like it's from the pit of Hades. Um, I might even put little bits of lightning or water going on with them. We'll see how it works out. But the theme, I use all the colors that you don't really represent, that's not really represented in the painting, is used in here. Ochres and browns and reds mixed with blacks and browns and all of that. The pinkest thing that's in this painting so far is the lava represented. So, um, okay, Rosemary. Well, guys, I shall return. I don't even know how to turn this thing off from Facebook on this iPhone. I'm clicking on it right now. See if I can do anything with that. I don't see it here. Let me press that. No, that's not it either. Well, thank you, PK. I appreciate it. I don't even know how to shut this thing off unless I just click it off. Isn't that sad? Because I never really do with an iPhone. I don't think there's anything here I can shut this down with. I'm looking because I don't want to lose it. That would be just a travesty. All right, guys, but thank you very much, and I shall return within an hour. We'll finish this guy off. Peace. Yep. See you later, PCAD.